Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Morbid, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and welcome. So as I said, my name is Morbid, and I've never done a video. I don't think I've done a video where I've told you my story, who I am, where I was born, and what I do. I want to thank you first for the subscribers you have given me. Right now, by the time I'm doing this video, I have around 580 subscribers. They might sound very small, like a small number, but that is a lot. If I was to pay each of you like $1, that is $580. That's a lot of money. I don't have that. So I want to thank you. If you're a subscriber who has been there since I started, 10, 20, and now 580, I want to thank you. So right now, as I'm doing this video, I am in the village where I was born and raised. So this place where I am, this place where I am, as you can see, is the village where I have grown, where I was raised, where my parents gave birth to me. First, I want to thank my parents for giving birth to me. Some people regret for being born and being raised in a cruel world, but for me, I'm grateful because I had my parents, both of them, my mom and my dad, and I love them unconditionally. They brought me up in this village. I was born more than 30 years ago amongst other siblings, so I'm not alone. I have 5 other siblings, 4 brothers and a sister. So in this village, this is where I went to school. I don't know whether you can see. Let me show you. Yeah, somewhere there, and I showed you. That's the school where I went, primary school, just near home, a stone throw away. And that school, when I went there, my father was a teacher there. So I went to the school where my father was teaching. I hear others, when a dad is a teacher or a mother, they usually don't take their children to the school where they teach. But for me, and that is a public school, I went to that school bare feet like other children who were going to that school. We were all the same. Nothing was different, like my father is a teacher and the others are maybe not as privileged as we were, because as I told you, we were many. Nothing was different. So in the Kenyan system, the old Kenyan system, right now there's a different system of education, but the old system of 8-4-4, where you go 8 years primary school, 4 years high school, then 4 years in the university. So I went to that school and did my class 8, that's 8 years, and did KCPE, Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, yani primary school education. Then I went to high school. I was called to a high school that is in a different county. The county that I was born in is called Nyeri County. The high school that I was called to attend high school was in Homa Bay County. It's called Mbita High School. So I didn't know this school. Even my father did not know the school. But something told me that it's a good school, and I insisted to my father that I want to go to that school, even if I don't know where it is. And my father said, I'm taking you to that school. So he took me to Mbita High School, which is in Homa Bay County. I went there and studied there for 3 years, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. I was excited. I was very happy. I had made friends, very many friends in that school, and I was part of that school. You know, by the time I was in Form 3, about to join Form 4, only 1 year was remaining for me to do KCSE, Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. There was elections in Kenya. That was the year 2007. And for those who were there in that time, the year 2007, they know what really happened. There was post-election violence that shook the country, Kenya, and we were affected. I was affected. I couldn't go back to that school. So my father had to look for me another school that is close to home where I can go and finish my high school. So I went to a school that is close to home. That is St. Kizito Nyansiongo High School. So I went there with my younger brother. At that time I was to join Form 4, and my younger brother was in Form 1, was to go to Form 2. So when my dad took me to this new school, there's a policy that schools have, and I don't know for what reason, that they don't allow new students to join Form 4 unless you are repeating. You have already done, maybe you did not get the grade you wanted in Form 4 and you are repeating. That's the only one they can allow. But if you are in another school in Form 3 and you want to join Form 4 in a different school, big schools do not allow. And I don't know why, but it happened also to me that they could not allow me to join Form 4 because at that time I was in Form 3 and I was to join Form 4. And because I had no option, we couldn't access Homa Bay County, or where my younger brother was studying in Kericho County. So we went to this school and I repeated Form 3. This is a school near home, so I was very comfortable. When we close, I can go home in less than 20 minutes. I'm at home. And when we open, the same thing. I finished from this school, that is St. Kizito Nyansiongo High School, which is close here. If I start walking to that school, I can walk and get to the school without using any means of transportation, maybe my feet. So when I finished high school, by the time I was, that time when I did high school, that is the year 2009, results for Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education used to take, I think, from the time of completing the exams, 3 months before the results could come out. So I stayed at home here with my parents as I waited for the results. So we used to finish around November. So we wait the whole of December, January, February, and towards the end of February, I remember, that's when the results came out. And I got the grade I got. I'm not going to say it here. I did not fail, but I also did not pass so highly. So I got a chance to go and study in one of the courses that I wanted to study. There were very many. I wanted to do electrical engineering. I also wanted to do computer science, but I also wanted to do civil engineering. But when I was applying, I looked at the courses that were at the building department in the university that I was to join, that is Technical University of Mombasa. And I saw they had civil engineering, building and civil, and then architecture. So the confusion between building and civil engineering made me to choose architecture, which I did. I went there, Technical University of Mombasa, in Mombasa. Mombasa, we had no relatives. I had nobody I knew there. So I went there as a new person in that city, and my mother connected me to a friend of hers who had a nephew who lived there, and the nephew accommodated me. And you know what happens usually when you come to a new place and then you stay there for some time, you get to know, you know, your way around. So I stayed in Mombasa, studied in the Technical University of Mombasa. I graduated, I thank God, and came out. So I worked in Mombasa in different architectural firms, designing uh, several houses, structures, which have been built in different places in Kenya. I went out after feeling like employment is not my forte, and I've designed houses now as an independent, you know, person doing my own thing. I graduated in 2013. Sorry, I did not say the year. I graduated in 2013. So from 2013 up to today, this is 2024. Those are like roughly 10 years or 11 years, let me say. So I've been in this field building and designing. I've designed very many houses that have been built in different places in Kenya. I've designed mansions, bungalows for people. I've designed office buildings. I've designed, I think, a few hotels, a bar and restaurant. Like there's one that rings in my head that really uh, I went beyond my, you know, comfort zone in creativity, and designed a bar and restaurant with accommodation somewhere in Murang'a. Murang'a is a county also in Kenya. I've designed several office partitions, and I've also built. So I started doing content last year, December, and today, by the time I'm doing this video, this is August. So that is like 9 months thereabout since I started doing content. And by the time you started maybe watching me, you have not seen much of me doing what I do. But I stayed in Mombasa now. Let me go back before. I stayed in Mombasa for 10 years because I entered the university in 2010. So, and I left Mombasa 2020. So that means I stayed in Mombasa for like 10 years, close to 10 years, short of few months, like 3 months. And I came to Nairobi. I came when the corona pandemic had hit the whole world, and it was very difficult even to get jobs. But I thank God that all of us, even you, because it affected everyone, we survived it, and we are still living. So I am married. I have 2 children. And one of the things that make me look for jobs, go out, is the children and their mother. But most importantly is the passion I have for the built environment. I love designing, I love building, and now I love doing content. Something I want to tell you about content, I wanted to do this more than 5 years ago. The first time I watched certain people do vlogs, because this is not something that was there when I was in the university, the 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, those days. There were videos in YouTube, but most of the videos that we used to watch were music videos, and the people didn't know about making money on YouTube. I was one person who was consuming a lot of content on YouTube using the university internet, and we were just watching music. So the first time I started watching people creating content on YouTube. I think it was around 2015, there about 2015 and 2016. Around 2017, I started seeing now people coming, but they were not using phones, because those days, I don't know much, but I think those days there were no much phones that were that could record nice videos like this one. So for a person to do content those days, they had to have a camera, have a computer, and know how to edit using those softwares that were in existence those days, that were editing videos. So I wanted to do content like this, I think like 6 or 5 years ago. That is from the year, I think 2019, 2018, 2019. But I couldn't do, because I was looking down upon myself that I cannot do it. I need to have a very big camera, like a DSLR camera, or like a GoPro, or those big cameras, or have a very expensive phone that can shoot very good videos. For a computer, because I do architecture and design for people houses, I had a computer. I've always had a laptop. I've never missed to have one, or I have accessibility to one. I can always have I can always access one. But now for the camera, that's where I was feeling like I cannot. But I came to find out that I can do with what I have. And if I tell you, the first like 50 videos I've done, I've been using the cheapest phone that you can ever find, an Oppo A03. I'm going to attach the photo of that phone here, and if you check even the price of that phone is very cheap, but it was able to do it. If you check the videos I was doing, the first video, even my first video, the first 20-30 videos, you will see that the quality is good. It's not as such bad. The message that I'm passing in those videos, you can see, you can watch, you can relate. Even right now, I'm still working and saving towards having a good camera, like a GoPro or a DJI Osmo. But before there, I'm still doing content, and I have to do content. Now, YouTube is very funny. There are people who do content, they get subscribers within the shortest time. They reach the threshold of monetization, even monetize within the same day. Like now, Cristiano Ronaldo is trending. He has achieved a milestone that no one since the inception of YouTube has ever done what Cristiano Ronaldo has done. But he has a name to back up what he has achieved. So people like me, it's now 9 months since I started, and I have not met the threshold. That is reaching 1,000 subscribers and getting 4,000 watch hours, so that I can get monetized. But I have not lost hope, because one of the things that make many of you, if you land on this and you are doing content even on another place, TikTok, Facebook, or where, is losing hope. So don't lose hope. I have hope that I'll reach there, I'll get monetized, my subscriber base will grow, will go higher. So if you want to start content like a YouTube channel like mine, I want to encourage you that do not be discouraged by the situation you are in, especially the camera. If you have a phone, any smartphone, even the cheapest, can do. Use it. Use it. it will motivate you, it will make you work harder on that channel until you grow and you buy a better camera. Even me, I've not bought the camera I want to use to do content. I struggle. Right now, you don't need to have a computer to edit your videos. You can edit using your phone. There are very many apps that edit videos, very nice videos, and you can do it. Now for building, since I started doing content, I want to thank God that I've had clients, 2 or 3 of them. Not much, but those 2 or 3, I know they will grow into a big number. And the ones who have trusted me enough to give me jobs, I want to thank them because they found me through here. Like after doing content for 3 months, I think by the month of April, I got a client and I did for him a job. It was an interior job, and I'm grateful for that. If you are watching this, I'm not going to mention you. Thank you. There's another one I did for a design. In fact, 2 of them, one from Bungoma and another one from Nakuru. Thank you guys. For those who are watching this and maybe could want to even ask me a question, you can check my IG. I'll put it there. You can check Facebook. You can write for me anywhere here, Facebook, IG, TikTok. You will even find my WhatsApp number there. You can even still call me. I will respond. So I'm going to do a series of me telling you even the first projects that I ever did. I'm going to put photos because now I don't have videos. I'm going to put photos in the next video and show you the project, several projects that I have done to back up what I've been doing so that you see my progress. So I want to thank you again for watching this far. Please subscribe if you have not liked this content, and even comment, ask any question if you want to ask. And if my story inspires you, I'm humbled. Thank you.